Hey everybody, it's still winter time in the Northeast. It's a little cold today, but definitely windy. Lou, last night, was Super Tuesday, and Trump, became the victor, in a lot of these states and everything, with Rubio winning one state, and of course, Cruz, he won
Texas,
Texas, and the bordering state. I think Oklahoma. But how long have you worked in your life? How many years?
well, I say about 40 years.
I would say, I'm probably, that I did actually get a job that paid taxes, probably about 45 years.
Right.
Okay, we owe $19 trillion. If that was compared to a person making $50,000, that means that they would owe $200,000 in credit card bills and never get that credit.
Wow.
So I just got one question, and it's all of yous, okay? You Republicans, you Democrats, where did the effing money go?
Where's the beef?
What'd you spend it on? And you want us to keep you in office? Who's going to be president next year?
I hope it's Trump.
A businessman, because
Don't get riled up.
I'm just, it's just in my neck here how these people, okay, how they're greed and everything. They sit down there in Washington. What can you do for me? Okay, could you get me a free dinner? Okay, I'd like to go Capitol Grill. Get me some nice bottles of wine.
Yeah.
They're such scumbags. Every single one of them, Republican and Democrats, you're scumbags. How you screwed the American people for years. Some of you are so effing old. Okay, you should be in a coffin and not in the Senate anymore. Okay, but the greed, I'm going to take the money from you taxpayers. You're bleeding us dry, you bastards. You have anything to add to that?
No, I think you said it all.
I get so pissed off. They've been in my pocket and they have nothing to show for it.
That's it.
Everybody in their life, okay, I think at some point, a married couple, and they look at a charge card bill and they say, honey, how come we owe all this money? Okay, and you work hard, you work really hard, you skimp, you save, and you pay off the bills, because you don't want to owe all that money. But not these people. $19 trillion, Lou. And they keep just making the minimum payment, so it's never going down, it's just going up. And I'm not just blaming the Democrats that they want to pay for abortions and pay for this. And, when are you people, I hope to God, in 2016, you people wake up and let's put a businessman in charge of this country. Somebody can't show up with a suitcase. Look, I'll give you this money, or I'll do this for you. I'll have hookers, or I'll have this, or I'll do that for you. You'll have steak dinners. Omaha Steak will deliver steaks. Whatever it is. A businessman, because I'll tell you, you know what the biggest difference is being a businessman?
Right.
When we do something, okay, when a businessman does something, he has to be right like 99.9% of the time. Because if not, he'll put himself out of business.
Right.
Government never has to be right.
Not.
Because they just go back and raise the taxes. It's just like these greedy bastards these days. The taxes, the gasoline is a reasonable price. And already the guy in the White House, okay, we're going to raise $10 a barrel. We're going to put a tax, whether it's produced here or in another country. A greedy little bastard down in one of the counties, a Democrat, that guy. Okay, we're going to put a 25 cents tax on the gas since the price. It's never going to come off if prices go up.
Once it goes
You greedy little bastards. You greedy little bastards. I can't take it anymore. Let's grab the money from the people however we can. Tolls, $15 on the bridges and tunnels into the city.
Yeah.
You greedy little bastards. $19 trillion, and you keep spending more. Then you wonder why Trump is going to kick your asses in the election.
The Donald.
Yeah, I hope you agree with me.
I agree. I'm voting for Trump.
You're going to encourage your kids to vote for Trump and things?
Yeah, I got Louis on my side. Maybe even my daughter Nicole will vote for Trump.
I mean, they're the ones that are going to have to be paying it back. $19 trillion.
a lot of fortune cookies.
And look, $19 trillion. The roads are crap. The VA, they piss on all the time, the veterans. Okay? We don't have the best equipment anymore. The world shows us no respect. We have more people on welfare than we ever did before, some type of handouts. Okay? And so nobody even working to pay this money back.
They'll probably look
I don't
at
know
that
who's
with
feeding
Social
this
Security.
president any information. Because all you got to do is drive through any neighborhood in New York and New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania, which I'm driving through all the time. And if you just see all the stores that are
All the
closed,
for sale signs,
all
for
the
rent
banks
signs.
that are closed, the banks closed. So when you look at all these things, you don't have to be a effing genius to realize something is wrong in this country. And this guy, he gets in, oh, things are so good in the economy, and we grew at 2%.
Unemployment is down. That's because they all finished their unemployment benefits.
Duh! Yeah, holy shit. Trump, 2016, baby. A businessman running this country. There'll be no more of this bullshit. Big dinners. Why is it that Washington, more expensive bottles of wine are sold in Washington, D.C., and some of the biggest salaries in the country are around Washington, D.C.? You people will be off the dole when the Trump gets in there, baby.
We should be drinking American beer. We got a Corona here. What the hell?
Well, the only reason, I had this and went with the Corona is because they're going to need the money to pay for the wall that
That's right,
Trump's
that's
going to
right.
build. Talk to you all soon.
It's going to be high.
And
It's going to be a high wall.
10 feet higher, after the remarks that the president made. And let me tell you something. Okay, with the way this country is going right now, with how you treat the veterans and all the police that are getting killed in the streets of this country is sad, and the president says nothing. Nothing!
They should be at their funerals and everything. Representatives, the senators,
that's your
presidents.
Democrat. But
Go to the funerals.
But the scumbags in the city council of New York, they voted themselves in, what, $29,000 a year raise? So that's $1.6
They tried to sneak
million
it in.
dollars every year that they voted in late on a Friday so it wouldn't make the Monday morning newspapers. And that's $1.6 million every year that you're going to be paying on top of the money accumulated every year. Are they worth it? And meanwhile, they just passed the law that you could piss in the street and drink beer and things.
Great.
Okay, let's go 11th Street where the mayor still has his house. Okay, that he rents out and piss on his doorway.
We'll probably get
Right out
arrested.
the hinges. So New York, you're going to crap, baby. And
don't
when you
use too
start
much salt.
losing people coming in and paying those big fees in the hotels and everything, you'll lose it all. These progressive mayors in this country suck. We'll talk to you soon, and God bless America. What's
care.
left of it. Again. Bye now.
Take care. Cold.
Yeah, that was good.
One day you're going to break this table.
Well, I had to get it off my chest.
Pretty soon Americans will be going to Mexico. Good job.
Well, why should we be buying anything from China? Okay, we could get, if you really need labor to be cheap, you could get it in Mexico. Okay? And, Lou,
Uh-oh.
Lou,
It's still rolling?
yeah, but I could cut it. Lou, I'll tell you why a businessman like Trump got to run this country. If you take, why are we spending so much money in China? Okay, the government never has to get things right. If things go wrong, okay, they just tax you more money.
Right.
Okay, but a businessman, it's just like you get Cruz and Rubio. Oh, he went bankrupt. Well, who came up with those laws? The lawyers like Cruz and Rubio. The senators, they're the ones that came up with the bankruptcy law. So why would you come up with the bankruptcy laws if it wasn't something meant for somebody a businessman like Trump to use? It's another tool in the arsenal of private industry to use. Do you get that, you government people? But a businessman like Trump would say, why are we buying all this stuff for China? Why did we elevate the Bayonne Bridge so we could get bigger ships in here from China? That makes no sense to me. We're paying billions of dollars to raise the bridge so bigger ships could get in here from China.
Costing us more money.
Right, that makes no sense at all to me. Okay, so a businessman like Trump, maybe what he should do is try and get more jobs in Mexico that were originally in China.
Right.
So if he got more jobs that were in Mexico, there's no reason for the people in Mexico to come here. That's because they'll have decent jobs right there. They'll be near their family. It'll be a nicer climate. Okay.
Americans will be going to Mexico soon for jobs.
Does that make all the sense in the world?
Definitely.
But then why doesn't the government people? Because they don't care. They could just spend money and think there's an endless number in that paycheck, in the checking account. And after they run out of money in the checking account, they just write out more money and they tax you more. That's why Trump, 2016, baby.